he's done plenty.
You're pretty happy just talking to you, just hear your body language, you're pretty happy?
Yep, look, the horse from the mounting yard, I reckon he looks sensational.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. He's had offers of around $1 million. They've knocked them back. They just want to keep Del Zao. They've been looking for a horse all their life, and they've got one here, Del Zao, on track. I can report that it's just favourite. It has been easy, though. There's been no support. $2.50 on the tote is well unders what they're betting on track. Surdex number 1. It's also been a drifter. You're getting a little bit of value on the tote. A little bit of support, Pay Keys, number 3. And there's also been a little bit of support for Buff, number 7. And you're shopping very well on the tote. Ike Stream, a little bit of support, Matt, and you're shopping well for the Hawks runner at the moment on the tote.
All right, thank you, Andrew. And our live coverage of the Sandown Guineas is proudly brought to you by the Lawton Thoroughbred Racing Team. Sandown, our live coverage of this race is brought to you by the Lawton Thoroughbred Racing Team. And they'll be calling them in shortly. 1948 with the Eagle Farm numbers. 8 was 4th there. That was Lithe, ridden by Dale Evans, but no correct weight at this stage. Del Zao number 2 is trained by Greg Kavanagh at Yarra Glen, and he's won 5 from 7. He's a very, very smart horse. We're about to hear from Luke Curry. He's the rider of Recapitalise number 6.
Luke, I suppose this is a bit of a step up for Recapitalise in the Guineas. How does he compare, do you think?
I think he's a pretty handy horse, Alf, and you know, he's only learned. He's only had the 3 starts, but he's done everything pretty right. You know, he only just got beat last start at Flemington, so as long as he backs up, I think you know, he'll run a pretty good race today.
Does he genuinely have to improve to be competitive, though?
I think on his last run, I think that he'll be competitive if he just runs up to that. You know, drawing that gate, it will probably ride him pretty positive. You know, and he looks like he's a horse that'll get the mile. So I think I think he'll be pretty competitive.
A lot of people are actually warming to the fact that Mooble's got a genuine chance in the Classic.
Yeah, well, you know, he's probably been aimed at this, and you know, a lot of those horses are just sort of coming off hard campaigns, and you know, it's always one of those races that something like Mooble could pop up, and you know, I think he's looked like he's wanted the trip the whole way along, so yeah, he should be competitive.
And also, you're right, Kalashani Star, race 7, green pick, nice pickup.
Yeah, Brad Rawilla won on him last time at Moonee Valley, and I'd be pretty happy if I rode him as good as he did. But you know, if he gets a right run, he'll be in the race as well.
Good luck.
Thanks, Alf.
That's Luke Curry riding Recapitalise, one of the each-way chances in the Guineas, and they are moving in. The Eagle Farm first 4 dividend, 1948 the numbers, $19,927 even on race number 3. So Del Zao runs favourite ahead of Surdex, and the only filly in the race, the only female is Ike Stream, number 13, with Darren Gauchi up for John Hawkes. Darren and John combined for the first 2 winners at Sandown today. Let's take you to the track for the running of the Guineas.
Zao to come in. Del Zao with Buff getting fractious in the gates. Del Zao to come into 7. Goes up. Ike Stream, number 13, from gate number 13. She's gone forward. Buff settles. Set for the Guineas. Ready. Racing. Left in a pretty good line too. Flash in the pan, Surdex began okay. Buff further out as began fast. Flash in the pan, Recapitalise going forward in the early stages. Buffed is wider out a length and a half early then to Bronc. Winsome Loose, Surdex, and further back in the race then is Del Zao, Sandy River, followed by Our Purring. Raw Rapid, Our Court getting back with Pay Keys. Ike Stream has gone back to last as Buff to the 1200 metre mark took over now a length and a half in front of Recapitalise, and on the inside Flash in the pan third. 2 lengths further back is Bronc fourth. 5th on the inside, Winsome Loot. Then came Surdex, and he's out 3 deep around Del Zao. The inside Sandy River, 2 to Raw Rapid, a length into Our Purring. 1 to Pay Keys, a length further back in the race then is Our Court, and last is Ike Stream. Off the back straight, 900 to go. The leader Buff nearly a length in front of Recapitalise. A length and a half Flash in the pan. 2 to Bronc fourth. 5th the inside, then Winsome Loot. Surdex hasn't had much luck. He's out 3 deep around Del Zao the middle. He's in the centre running 7th. Inside him Sandy River. 2 further further back, Raw Rapid, Pay Keys, and then our Purring, our Court and Ike Stream is last of all. On the turn, 5.50 out, and the leader Buffed about a half in front of Recapitalised when they turn. They're 2.5 Flash in the Pan. Sandy Rivers got up on the inside. Then further back, Winsome Loot from Sir Dex. Delzao's gone back to the inside. He's coming home well. Recapitalised got to Buff to the 250 metre mark. 2 to Sandy River. Delzao about to get out, and Pay Keys is further out. Delzao gets the run. Races up now with Pay Keys with 80 metres to go. Then Ike Stream with a late run. It's Delzao, Pay Keys, and Ike Stream is flying. They hit it. Oh, in the centre, Pay Keys, Ike Stream, and Delzao. Pay Keys has dived right on the line. In the middle in a three-way photo. Pay Keys, Ike Stream, and Delzao from Winsome Loot, Sir Dex. Then Sandy River, Recapitalised, Royal Rapid. Then Buffed. Further back in the race then came Flash in the Pan. A gap then to our Purring. Bronc and our Quarters back near the tail. Judge going for the photo. Three-way go here to the Sandown Guineas. Pay Keys will get it. Pay Keys will get it in the centre here. Number 3, Pay Keys has got it. From either Ike Stream on the outside, and Delzao very close for the Miners, but Pay Keys has got the bob in right on the line. Number 3, Pay Keys, Brett Preble, winning the Sandown Guineas in another very, very tight finish over either Ike Stream or Delzao. 3 is the winner in the centre, right on the line. Number 3, Pay Keys.
Okay, yes, we're down here with John Hickmott, the winning trainer. He's standing here proud up on a bench so we can get a shot of you, John. No elation now, but about 30 seconds ago there was some.
Yeah, unbelievable, mate. I don't believe it, but yeah, I'm a bit speechless to tell you the truth.
You came to Flemington, won there, and then you've come here today against 2 clear favourites, but this horse has just got the bob.
Well, he's a great little horse, and he'll be better next year, better next season. And Brett come and he said they'll be worried a bit. He said Ollie could have ridden him, but he got tied to Sir Dex. Yeah. Brett said they'll be worrying a bit, Charger. They won't be worrying about me. So he did a good job.
You were clearly surprised by this effort today.
No, I wasn't surprised at all. But if it was 1,800 metres, I thought we had a much better chance. Yeah. But he's versatile and he's tough.
Is this one of your biggest wins now?
Yeah, he is. I won the West End Stakes for the same owners with Frenzell Rom, and this is a nice win.
And I'll tell you something, I've got to emphasise, South Australian trainers do it again.
Thanks, mate.
You've had a good time. Go and enjoy it, John.
Thanks mate. Good on you, mate.
John Hickmott, the trainer of Pay Keys. The numbers are 3, 13 and 2. Officially 4th, Matt, the toppy number 1. And they've run 136.1 as Pay Keys returns after winning the Sandown Guineas.
Been a great carnival for Brett Preble too. He had a terrific day last Saturday, and he's picked up the first of today's features on board Pay Keys. He'd won at Flemington on VRC Oaks Day over 1,800, so he was coming back to the 1,600 today. I thought Delzao had it when he burst through the pack and hit the front, but then the swoopers, they nabbed him, including Pay Keys, and Ike Stream was down the outside, finishing very quickly. Now the running double combination of 7 and 3 Super Groove Pay Keys, $345.10, with the first 4 information still to come. Well done to all of the connections of Pay Keys. And Andrew's right, the South Australian trainers have enjoyed a very good carnival. Now, race 4 at Cheltenham, they're heading off to the start. It's on again, number 5, 220's the favourite, ahead of Nicolapco and French Bell. On their way to the gates now. Sydney, race 5, Rose Hill, Desert Ransom, Konzami, Zin in Flames 1, 2, 5 and 4. Here is the market. Desert Ransom's come up at 360 and favourite. Cool Guardian, Flames, Zin and Kingside are other chances. And that's about it for the next at Rose Hill.
In there as well, they're the 3 main ones.
Pool building up in New South Wales, almost 250,000 in the Windtill. Duran was last into the enclosure, going into the stalls now. Race 4 went to the consistent This Man Should. Con Karakatsalis beat 5 Takas. Third was number 10, Precise Timing. 6/4 Desert Sachet. Rosmarino took the third, Octennial the second, and Deffin won the first. Now, Big Filly in Flames coming forward now. Kingside, a most interesting runner. He's been specced. Very impressive debut at a night meeting at Canterbury behind Utzon. Sweating up a bit. Very hot day by the same token. And Zinzin is coming forward. This race is over the 1400 metres and they're all in. Racing, Reclaim missed it by more than a length. Cons Amy bounced out in front from Zinzin and Coolgardie and Improving in Flames. Not far away, Desert Ransom, more than a length and a half. Now 2 lengths gap then to Kingside. Duran, Reclaim and Elicified on the rail. Zinzin goes to the lead now. And along towards the 1,000 marker, it's Zinzin a length and a half. Cons Amy in Flames on the outer. Coolgardie is in a nice posse, followed by Desert Ransom. Then Duran, Kingside, Reclaim. And Elicified is last. Onto the side they travel, and Zinzin by 3/4 of a length in Flames at the 800. Cons Amy travelling third, one out, one back is Coolgardie, and 2 lengths to Desert Ransom. After a length and 3/4, Duran, 2 to the big chestnut Kingside, parked inside of Reclaim, and a couple then to Elicified. No change in the order as they work along to the corner, and the leader is Zinzin from In Flames. On the inside, Cons Amy from Coolgardie, and then a gap, Desert Ransom, Duran, Kingside, Reclaim and Elicified, straightening up now, and In Flames comes after Zinzin. Coolgardie third. Cons Amy's rider tried to get around In Flames and go between it and Coolgardie. Missed the run. He went back to the inside on it. And now Desert Ransom's joining in, and Duran is coming late down the outer. They're right across the track, and now Desert Ransom sprinting on the inside. Here's Kingside though. Kingside got Desert Ransom, and here's an impressive horse. Kingside has beaten Desert Ransom, and Duran followed wider out by Reclaim. Good run after bluing the kick, and then Zinzin, Coolgardie, and the last trio Elicified, In Flames and Cons Amy, who had a very checkered run along the home straight. Oh boy, they're all over the shop there, and you're looking to the outside and then back to the inside, and Kingside is a very, very promising horse. He dived through the gap, and Desert Ransom couldn't match him, and that was a win. Number 8, Kingside, in the familiar colours of black, white checks, yellow sleeves, black and white check cap. Gee, haven't they saluted in some big races? Number 8, Kingside, by Karpstad from Madame Faubourg, and trained by Bart Cummings, written by Darren Beedman. Number 1 is second, Desert Ransom, by Desert Prince from Harem Queen, Tim Martin, Ron Stewart. And number 6, Duran ran a very good race by Integra from Hawaiian Hula, Amanda Turner, Warwick Farm, Lacey Morrison, and number 9 was the 4th, and that was Reclaim. He did a darn good job, Reclaim.
All right, thanks, Sam. We'll leave it there. We can just see Darren angling for a run there. He's got one, and through he goes with Kingside, number 8. Bart Cummings might have a nice horse there. That was only his second start. As we said, his only previous run at Canterbury, he was very, very green. He did quite a few things wrong, but he was quite a bit more tractable today. Kingside, Desert Ransom, Duran. Officially 4th was number 9, Reclaim, and the first 4s paid $8,791.80 in New South Wales. All right, so there's a horse to follow, Kingside. Eagle Farms coming up next, and riders are up and they're heading out. The race due in 6 minutes. Sir Success, $2.40 is the firm favourite for this one. We've got correct weight in from Cheltenham.
Like that, he's probably not going to have it his own way here today, so it's going to be difficult, but he shouldn't be too far away.
Can you find one amongst them for us?
They're all nice rides, and any one of them could lob, but I'd hate to single out one.
Thanks, sir.
6th in the Melbourne Cup.
Good effort, has recovered in good order.
On to Distinctly Secret, number 2. He hasn't won for a while, but he did run a fair race in the Melbourne Cup. He ran 7th.
Yes, good effort. Look, the horse looks good too. Tell you what, it's surprising. A lot of times a Melbourne Cup can knock them around a bit, but I tell you what, the top 2, they've pulled up in good order.
All right, Distinctly Secret's last win was the Kilt Capital back in September. Here's Hale, number 3. His last start was in the McKinnon Stakes. He didn't run in the Melbourne Cup. He ran 9th in the McKinnon.
No, again, can't fault him. Winner of the race last year. Looks okay.
Spirit of Westbury, number 5, is the next one we see. Big Pats are scratching. Here's Spirit of Westbury, trained by Cliff Brown, 5th in the Queen Elizabeth last Saturday.
Hard to catch, very hard to catch. However, did show glimpses last start.
Chimeric is the next one. Chimeric, number 6, is trained by Lee Friedman. Finished 14th in the Melbourne Cup.
I just would have thought the weight structure of this race wouldn't suit. Looks okay, though.
Zazman, number 7, trained by Tony Vassell, winner of the Queen Elizabeth last week. Boy, he's racing well, this horse, Alf.
Certainly is. And again, I don't really think the weight structure of this race suits him. He looks very good, but he's the on-pace horse that'll get the easy run.
8 Mooball, trained by Brian Cox at Wodonga. He raced on Melbourne Cup Day at Flemington, ran 6th behind Kablamo.
Looks well, steps to this journey for the first time, and, you know, he's always making ground over the concluding stages.
Clangalang, number 9, trained by Gerald Ryan at Rose Hill, finished 7th in the Emirates last week, and I suppose the last furlong he got going, Alf.
Yeah, and is the pick of the yard.
And Legible, number 10, a mare trained by Brad Mazzato. Her last start was the Moonee Valley Gold Cup. She ran 2nd behind Frightening.
Yes, and I thought desperately unlucky in that event. However, it did only carry 49.5. Again, the weight structure of this race to 54.5 against stronger company is the query. Has been a drifter on course.
Thank you, Alf. That's a look at all 9 runners in the Weight for Age Sandown Classic of 2,400 metres. Now, as we mentioned, the in-form stayer is Zasman, to be ridden by Kerrin McAvoy, and we had a chat with Kerrin a little earlier.
Kerrin, can Zasman continue on, or is this tougher?
It's tougher, Alf, but you know, I think he's a horse that's racing well. He's in good form, as we know. You only have to look at the books to realise that. But you know, he's going to jump and go forward and be in a positive spot again. And you know, if we can control the race, he'll be hard to beat.
Yvonne, since they've put the blinkers on, it's drawn poorly, should I say, on both occasions. What do you do?
Well, I don't know. You know, we've drawn it bad again today. They went forward last time. I think we're going to ride her a bit quieter today. But in saying that, I think she's disappointed a little bit since her first up win. So hopefully she can recapture her form today.
Lord Volksrad, at least today he's drawn out a bit.
Yeah, well, you know, we draw in and he still runs places, but today we've drawn out a bit. It looks a nice race for him. He's won here at Sandown, so, you know, he's a horse that's in nice form.
And you ride Free Hit, that's got a genuine chance in the last. Ride well.
Thanks, Alf.
Kerrin McAvoy on Zasman. Cheltenham's in 18, 2, 5, 6 and 14 are the Sky ratings. Now, here's the market. We've got the main chances, Kaimat at $6.80, similar odds for Cocktail Evening, and Kashnar, number 5. Plenty of chances here, but the favourite is number 14, Sabella, at $4.80. It's for Cheltenham at this stage. It's 18 minutes away. There's Grey Song heading off to the start with Stephen King on board, his regular rider. Brought to you by Magic Millions. They had their big catalogue launch in Sydney last night. Jerry Harvey announced plans to have Magic Millions Day exclusively for Magic Millions horses. That's still a couple of years away. I think they're aiming for around 2006. But all races on that day would be worth a minimum of $100,000 in prize money, including a maiden handicap. Would be the richest maiden in Australia, worth $100,000. But it was a good function. Well done to the people at Magic Millions, the big catalogue launch in Sydney last night, and it's a bumper catalogue too. Big sales and racing carnival coming up in January. Now, Eagle Farm Race 4, Sammy Sequalo, correct weight 4918 were the numbers. The first 4, $960.20. They're calling them in for the Weight for Age Sandown Classic. A huge crowd have turned out to have a look at this one. The Guineas, the previous race was taken out by Pay Keys, ridden by Brett Preble. Time for the Classic.
Here's Legible coming up. Coming up now for the Sandown Classic, 3:30 Clangalang, 4:40 Distinctly Secret. Grey Song to come up with Zasman. Last year's winner Hale and Spirit of Westbury. Last 3 or 4 coming into line. Pay Keys getting up to just win and beat Ike's Dream and Del Zayo. In the Guineas today, 3, 13 and 2 the numbers. Clangalang ready, Scotty Seamer up. Now Hale coming along. Hale comes along. And the 9 runners are ready to go. Set. Racing. Left in a good line too. Turmeric one of the first away out towards the middle here, and Legible began well from Clangalang. Zasman further out on the track and Moo Ball behind those, and further out is Hale, followed by Spirit of Westbury from Grey Song, and Distinctly Secret last, coming down by the 300 metre mark on the first round, and Hale. Zasman go up to Legible, and Spirit of Westbury is up there with those leaders as Zasman puts his head in front, coming down towards the winning post from Legible and Spirit of Westbury, the rider in the green cap. Then Turmeric back fourth. Hale has to go back from Clangalang. Moo Ball and 3 lengths to Grey Song inside Distinctly Secret. Going by the judge at the 1800 metre mark, and Zasman in his favourite role leads 3/4 to Spirit of Westbury. Legible hops into the box seat third on the inside of Turmeric fourth. 2 for the back, Clangalang fifth on the inside of Hale. They're followed by Moo Ball and Distinctly Secret on the outside of Grey Song. An even speed out to the 1600 metre mark, and Zasman rolling freely, nearly a length in front. Spirit of Westbury not allowing him to get away. Goes up to his girth over that crossing. 2.5 Legible third, 1/2 Turmeric fourth. 2 to Clangalang, who's fifth on the inside of Hale, running sixth. 2 to Moo Ball outside it, Distinctly Secret, and a length and a half to Grey Song last of all. Going down the back of the 1300 metre mark, and Zasman at a nice clip in front, nearly a length in front of Spirit of Westbury. Legible is over on the inside third, Turmeric fourth, fifth is Clangalang, sixth in the race then Hale from Moo Ball, Distinctly Secret, and Grey Song last of all, heading towards 1,000 in the Classic. Still Zasman on top, 3/4 of a length to Spirit of Westbury. Over on the inside, Legible getting a good run third, Turmeric running fourth, a length and a half, Clangalang fifth, a half then to Hale, then Moo Ball from Distinctly Secret, and no change in the order. Grey Song is last of all. At the 850, leaving the back, Zasman controlling the race, extended a little, a length and a half in front. Now a length in front of Spirit of Westbury, not allowing him to get away. A length and a half, then Legible third from Turmeric fourth, 2.5 to Clangalang fifth on the inside of Hale, then Distinctly Secret about to come off the back of Hale from Moo Ball, and Grey Song is last of all. At the 550 before the turn in the Classic, the leader Zasman, he's about a half in front of Spirit of Westbury. Then came Legible when they turned for the run home. They're followed by Turmeric, Clangalang. Then came Distinctly Secret, Grey Song last, 300 out. Legible got up on the inside of Zasman. Turmeric further out, and Distinctly Secret coming with a run. Then Hale and Clangalang. Legible with the rails run at the 150. She's hit the front. After her, Distinctly Secret coming at it quickly. Distinctly Secret going up to Legible. Legible a neck in front. Distinctly Secret wearing it down. Legible ahead on the line. Distinctly Secret. Third Zasman from Turmeric and Hale. Then Clangalang from Moo Ball. Spirit of Westbury. Grey Song failed to beat a runner home. Another photo finish to the Sandown Classic today. It's a photo finish. A photo. Legible not going around a horse, and she's got it. She gets the photo clearly on the inside from Distinctly Secret. The winner of the Sandown Classic, number 10 Legible. Magnificent ride by Dan Nicklick to get up on the inside to beat Distinctly Secret, number 2. And 7 Zasman third, 10, 2, 7, 10, 2 and 7. Brad Mazzato with Dean now.
Thanks very much, Brian. Brad Mazzato joins me now. And Brad, you've resisted the temptations all spring with this mare, and you've been rewarded today.
Yeah, no, it's really good. She's a nice, tough mare on the way up, and you know, we always had this race as the grand final for her, and you know, sure, the Melbourne Cup was a temptation, but realistically she hadn't had the seasoning to run in a race like that. And it's just good to get a good result for the boss. You know, we've sold a lot of horses this year, and I haven't been left with much over the spring, but this mare, and she's really stood up.
You scratched the last 2 Saturdays. You've just obviously been happy with the preparation for today?
Yeah, as you know, as you can see, she's not a very heavy mare, and she doesn't take a lot of grinding and hard racing. So, you know, I think we pulled the right rein.
Certainly.
Yes, the last time we saw Legible at the races prior to today was 3 weeks ago at Moonee Valley in the Moonee Valley Gold Cup. She ran second there behind Frightening and didn't have a great deal of luck. She started favourite that day, but hasn't had a run since. So 3 weeks between runs, up to 2,400 metres today, and she's been too good. Legible over Distinctly Secret, running his usual honest race. He was placed in the Caulfield Cup a few runs back, and then Zasman back in third spot. Andrew, what's ahead for Legible? Is she Hong Kong bound?
Yes, Brad Mazzato is walking over to us now just to get a quick word. Congratulations, mate. I've just spoken to the owner, Lloyd Withams, and he is over the moon as well. She's had problems, a knocked joint, and you've turned around in the last few days to get her here to win the Classic.
Yeah, early in the prep, this was a grand final today. Obviously, we did look at the Melbourne Cup, but realistically, we couldn't win with the preparation she'd had. And it's just nice to see. She's a tough mare. We've sold a lot of horses this year, and I've been left with one, and she stood up to the mark.
And what about for you, Brad? Pretty significant moment in training for Lloyd Williams to win a Group 2.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad because we've had a lot of ups and downs, and I'm glad for being able to win this race for Lloyd and Susie Williams. And it's just nice for the stable. It'll be good for everyone.
No doubt. And is this the final run, or are you tempted? Do you know whether Lloyd's got any other races in mind that you've spoken about?
You'd have to speak to Lloyd, but at this stage, I say this is the grand final. She'll be in the paddock, and we'll look at the autumn.
Good luck. Well, go and enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Brad Mazzato joining us. We first met Brad when he came over with the Godolphin team when he was working for them, I don't know how many years ago now, 5 or 6 years ago. And he's gone. He went out on his limb. Now he trains for Lloyd Williams. And they've won the Classic. And so too has Dan Nikolic. Back with more shortly from Sandown.
He used to have the best job in the world, Brad Mazzato, the travelling foreman for Godolphin. Imagine that position. They cover just about every continent, travelling the world with the best thoroughbreds on earth. He had quite a position, but he's decided to set up camp in Melbourne. He's got a very good stable at Flemington, and this will be a real boost for the stable too. Dan Nikolic, Lloyd Williams and Brad Mazzato combining with Legible to take out the Sandown Classic. Well done. Next race there is the Summoned Stakes for the fillies and mares over 1,500 metres. Now, Cheltenham...
All the rage on the tote and is a little better there at 270 than what it is in the ring. So, number 2, Al Megdam, the popular pick here. Second elect 10, Navy Beat at 480. Joe joins us now. Thanks, Joe. And all the rage and further money as I speak now for Al Megdam in the ring. He's better on Tab Limited at 270. Also has the ownership outright of Terrace. Anyway, we'll soon see what happens. They're all set. They're racing from the 2,000 metres and Terrace from the inside first out. Spinning Con moving into second. Third Chrysler Mirage followed by Corporate Queen, then the Arc. The favourite next Al Megdam followed by Battle Song and then a break of 2 lengths to Typhoon inside of Beaver. Navy Beat is second last and immediately dropping to the rear of the field Hollow. The leader is clearly Spinning Con as they travel 400 metres. Opens up about 2 lengths on Terrace. Third posse is Chrysler Mirage and Battle Song scooting around them to offset a wide run. The Arc is next followed by Al Megdam and then Corporate Queen a length. The Navy Beat inside of Typhoon. 2.5 to Beaver and one of his stablemates Hollow ahead back on his inside. They race down towards the 1,200 marker here and the leader is clearly Spinning Con. Battle Song second. Terrace is running third. Chrysler Mirage next. Followed a length and a half away by on the inside the favourite Al Megdam shading the Arc as Al Megdam holds his posse. One off the rails. The Arc is obliged to race wider out. Then Corporate Queen. Navy Beat over on the fence followed by Typhoon. Second last another 2 away is Hollow. And at his girth the outside Beaver. They swing out of the back straight now and make their way past the 850 and Spinning Con leads by 2. Battle Song second. Terrace third. Then Chrysler Mirage. Here goes the Arc taking off. A length to Al Megdam over on the inside. A Corporate Queen and then Navy Beat. Typhoon on his outside and still 2 lengths further back a Hollow in company with Beaver. As they travel along past the 600 and Spinning Con by more than a length on Battle Song. Third is Terrace. The Arc went back as quickly as he went up. Chrysler Mirage the outside. Al Megdam bottled away with Navy Beat and Corporate Queen and Typhoon to the outside. Al Megdam's into the clear now and as they flatten for the run down to the wire past the 300 marker Spinning Con. He's been the leader from the word go. About 2 lengths on Al Megdam only grinding away followed by Terrace. Al Megdam struggling. Spinning Con still in front. Second Terrace. Third Al Megdam but Spinning Con is holding them all at by an intelligent ride. And Spinning Con wins it from Terrace and Navy Beat, followed by Al Megdam. Every conceivable hope from Chrysler Mirage, Battle Song, Corporate Queen, Beaver, the Arc, Hollow and Absolute Typhoon. Well, full marks to that kid.